It is RC Rollers in the building, and I'm here, even though I'm late, because I completely forgot, just like you guys forgot probably. I'm back at it with my fight recaps. Yes, I know you guys forgot, because I did too. Remember, last time we checked, I was 9-3. Let's talk about the fights. I have my list. I already wrote down which ones I won, which ones I lost, and here we go. When it came to the Shields versus Marie-Eve Dakar, I said Shields would win. I won that. The Blachowicz champion versus Andazaya, I said Andazaya was gonna win, and I lost. That's 9-4. 10-4. But I'll tell you this, when I actually bet it, I actually went for the champion and I won some money. That was a UFC card, remember that. Now, the Nunez, obviously I said she was going to win. She won. That's 11. The Yen Sterling, that ended in a DQ that the champion lost. So Sterling won. So technically I lost because I went Yen. So that's 5 losses to my 11 wins. And here we go, because after this, it's all winning streak, because I am good at my predictions. So, obviously on the Sor Ringwood side, I said Sor was going to win. The McCaskill versus Breakus, I said McCaskill was going to win. Choco versus Gallo, I was actually shocked. I said Gallo was going to win, and I forgot. I completely forgot. I bet it for Gallo. And deep down, I know that he lost. Choco did win that fight, but whatever. In my thing, I won. Ellis versus Benavidez won. Isaac Cruz versus Romero, I said Isaac Cruz would win. I won. Beterbiev versus Danes, Beterbiev won. Okoli versus Glowacki, Okoli won, so that's another win. Ortiz versus Hooker, I said Ortiz will win by knockout, and he won by knockout. Another Ortiz versus Iniesta, I said Iniesta would win, she won. Serrano versus Bermudez, I was rooting for Bermudez, but I said she was going to lose, so I won. Povetkin versus White, I was shocked I didn't go for White would win by KO. I just said he would win, but I won. So White won. The Ivanovskis versus Ortega on the UFC card was postponed because of COVID. Tyrone Woodley, I said that he was old, that he should retire because he's been losing too much, and I was right because he lost. And then we get to the Stipe versus Ngannou. We have a new UFC World Heavyweight Champion of the World. I did say that Stipe Miocic would win, and he lost by knockout by Ngannou. It was a fun fight for it lasted. For what it lasted, I will let you know that on my bookie, I won Ngannou and I won. So funny, if you pay attention to all my losses that I did, out of the 5, 6, I'm 7 losses right now. Out of those 3 new losses, they were all UFC cards, meaning that in boxing, if I tell you he's gonna win, he's gonna win. Bet with me, people. Bet with me. Now, let's go. So it was 11 when I left off with 9, 10, 11. Okay, so here you go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So officially, for the month of March, I had more wins than losses. Overall, between all together with the Super Bowl thing, boxing of the other recaps, and right now I got 22-7. Yes, people. Like I said, my losses this month was all UFC. I'm gonna give you my April one, probably like tomorrow, because I'm gonna record it right now. Or should I do it right now? Yes, I should do it right now, huh? Yeah, why not? So 22-7. Here comes the next one. We're gonna go with the April fights. Might as well do it together. That way you guys don't get annoyed by my fighting tactics. Not just playing my fighting hobbies. There you go. April 10. We have Smith Jr. versus Vlasov. And again, I will talk this about the end like I did on my past video. FA and Jarrett fighting those undercards, not on a separate card, separate bout. I would say that both are gonna win. All right, so we got Boots versus Lipinets. I'm gonna go with a UD for Boots. If he doesn't get that UD, I don't get that point. Ancajas versus Rodriguez. I got Ancajas winning. Stenionis versus Delarme. I got Stenionis winning by KO. I know. This kid is tough as nails. I like him. And then I got Conor Ben versus Samuel Vargas. I got Conor Ben winning by KO. Wow, I went by KO. Then you got Shannon Courtenay from the UK versus Ebony Bridges for one of the belts. I forgot which division. I'm sorry, don't massacre me. And I'm going to go with Ebony Bridges from Australia. We'll see. I mean, I've seen her fight. I've seen both of them fight. I like how Courtenay fights, but I like Bridges more. We'll see. We'll see, though. Then that was it for April 10th. For April 17th, I have to talk about this because why not? It gets you views because of one particular guy. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. You guys heard me say many times, I don't like Jake. So I'm going to go with Ben Askren by KO. Yes, I said it here. I don't think it's going to happen, but I am calling it like that. Then I got Ridges Prograrius versus Red Catch on a KO wins by Ridges. On that same card, on that same week, you got Steve Cunningham versus Frank Muir. It's a crossover fight. I went with Cunningham by KO. Andrade versus Williams. I will talk this about the end because I'm actually interested in this. On that same week as well, Tony Harrison versus Brian Perella. Going with Harrison by UD. On April 24, there's going to be 5 fights. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to talk about this one at the end too because I'm kind of interested. It's Navarrete versus Christopher Diaz. So let's skip to Munguia. I don't know who he's fighting, so because he was supposed to fight Selecki, but he's not now because Selecki got injured. So he's fighting whoever. So whoever he fights, I'm going by Munguia, by UD, or Split D, whatever he's winning. So then we got Berlanga versus Nicholson. So this one that went kind of fun. He's been knocking out everyone. All the 16 fights have ended by knockout on the first round. I believe this is going to be the first fight where he does make it where there's going to be a second round. So I'm going to say knockout after the first round. That's what I'm going for. If he knocks him out in the first round, I don't get it. Anything after that, I get it. Okay? But if he wins by UD, I still don't get it because I'm asking for a KO after the first round. Okay? And here we go. So I'm going to talk with the one that I'm most excited about. Again, there's 4 fights that I'm really excited about. 4 fights. So I'm going to go with number 4. April 24, UFC. Usman versus Masvidal 2. The reason I'm not so hyped over it, because what happened on part 1? Toe stepping? This is going to be toe stepping part 2. Now I'm just playing. Now Masvidal supposedly has more time to train. Usman is not injured. Hopefully it's a better fight. And give me a second before I make my prediction. Usman, what he showed to me against Gilbert Burns is that he's a complete fighter. He's a badass mother lover. Go what is it, Nigeria? Senegal? Go Africa. How about that? Go Africa. I'm really loving this guy, and I'm going with Usman this time around by KO. Yes, KO. Then we got number 3. This is on April 17. You got Demetrius Andrade or Andre, whatever, versus Liam Williams. It's a mandatory fight. Liam Williams really wants it. Can't really say that much about Andre. Slick fighter, jab, not a striker. Liam Williams, a puncher, aggressive, non-stop power puncher. I'm going for the upset. I'm going for Liam Williams by knockout. Yes, that's what I have here. TKO knockout, whatever. That's what I have. Hopefully he does it. Don't fail me now. Then number 2, UFC again. The same on the undercard of Usman. We have Whaley versus Rose Namajunas. This was really hard to call because that little Chinese girl, she's really good. She's a striker. Well, Namajunas is a jiu-jitsu Brazilian style. It's really hard, but I really like her because she's such a sweetheart. And hopefully she can get Weili out. So I'm going Namajunas victory. I don't want to say submission or knockout because I don't know what's going to happen. I just know it's going to be a kick-ass fight because Namajunas can take a punch and Weili can take a punch. And we're going to see blood, and more blood. And let's get to my favorite fight of April. Joe Smith Jr. versus Maxim Vlasov. This one's really hard to call. And I'm going by knockout. But because Luke Campbell, Miguel Berchelt, Alexander Povetkin, maybe there's another one in there, all had COVID, just like Maxim Vlasov, and they all lost by knockout. That's why I'm going by knockout. At first, I was just a UD. Now I'm going by knockout. The only one who hasn't been knocked out or lost after COVID is Beterbiev, and he's already waiting for the winner of that fight. So we're gonna see what happens. You guys got my predictions. Hopefully I get them right. Try to make it more interesting. Not that much of a boring by just saying winner, 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 chicken dinner. But here we go. So people, what do you guys think? Which one would be your favorite fight? I know that everybody's waiting for that Canelo fight in May because we're going to have a lot of great fights in May, and it's going to be really hard for me to make a prediction because May is all about boxing. It's a packed schedule. Do like, comment, subscribe.